Progress here for Slap News pre-fight interview. Damien Dibbell going up against Nate Bernard. This is going to be a heavyweight clash for the championship belt, October 25th, live and free on Rumble. I got my man Dibbell. How you doing?
I'm doing good, man. Happy to be here. Happy to talk to you, man.
Absolutely. It's been a moment since we talked. How have you been keeping? I know you had an eye procedure earlier on in the summer. You all ready to go? Feeling great?
Yeah, my eyes are great now, so I actually see the person's face when I'm slapping them. But I've been just working, going at it, keeping it strong.
Awesome, man. I know you took the last event off. However, you were able to see Nate Bernard go up against Dwayne Crespo in a #1 contender match. What'd you think of that match, and what are you seeing in Nate's game?
In that match, honestly, it was a good match for Nate. I didn't see Dwayne was not winning that match, but he definitely could have kept going. But that's more of like a ref decision that
Yeah.
I'm upset about more than anything. But he definitely has a good game. He has a strong hit. Looks like he could take a hit, so it seems like he's going to be going for strength fighting. But we'll see how that plays out.
Yeah, I mean, right now Nate is 2-0. Do you think it's a little bit too soon to give somebody a title match after only 2 matches in Power Slap?
Oh yeah, I feel like if anybody, it'd be Dorian. You know, maybe like I don't want to say Dwayne because he lost to Nate, but
Yeah.
like someone that's had a couple of matches at heavyweight and really worked their way to the top. But I can't really say anything because I got the belt my second match, but I also came in with previous experience. So
Totally. Do you think that experience that you had back in Slap Fight Championship and the matchups that you've had here in Power Slap, do you think that's going to give you an edge going into this match?
oh yeah, definitely. I think that my experience is really going to play a factor because he's gone like 3 slaps with Dwayne,
Hmm.
like 2 or 3 slaps he's received. I've received dozens of slaps at this point. I've gone 10 rounds. I know how to go the distance, and I really think that's going to play a factor in this match.
Hmm. Do you see this getting into championship rounds, round 4 or 5?
Uh, honestly, since I did find out recently that I won the coin toss,
Hmm.
so it's really going to depend on how he takes that first hit. If he takes it really well, then we're definitely going into round 4 or 5. You're going to be watching a war just back and forth, probably a decision.
Hmm.
But if he stumbles on that first hit, he's going to have to really come together to figure out what he's going to do later on in the rounds.
Yeah. I know the Brasa Power Slap is trying to get a lot of the fouls out of it, try and have cleaner matches. We're seeing some of the rules evolve. We're seeing the redemption rule now put in place for round 1. Do you think these are positive progression for things that are happening in Power Slap, in your personal opinion?
Honestly, I think it's great that they're looking at the rules and really adjusting them
Hmm.
because it shows that they care about the fighters and that they're really willing to change things to make sure that it's safe and we get more fair fights. And
Hmm.
I love the redemption rule because it's a nice concept that you may have gotten knocked out, but if you're able to come back somehow and hit them back, you could bring
Hmm.
it to at least a draw and
Yeah.
get that rematch hopefully and come back and see if you could try again.
Yeah. How would that work though in a championship match? Which would be curious. I mean, you have a draw in a championship match. I guess the belt would then retain with the champ for a future rematch.
I feel like in a draw it would it'd stay the
Mhm.
same. Champion retains his belt. The person that was trying to get the belt, of
Mhm.
course, they're going to move back down. I'm
Mhm.
not sure if they're going to have to refight for the top contender spot.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not sure how they'd want to do
Yeah.
that. That's really up to the producers of the
Yeah.
show. But I
And
personally, I feel like it should be like they refight for that contender spot because they didn't win the belt.
mhm. It'd be actually interesting to see too. I haven't asked anybody at Power Slap about how specifically the win bonus would be divvied up. Would each fighter get half, or does it void the win bonus in that particular instance? So we haven't seen it yet, but yeah, it could be interesting to see how the business side of it also unfolds. So we'll see. But focusing on you, my man, you doing anything different? I know you're the champ. I know you got here. You don't seem like someone who's going to sit on their laurels. Are you doing anything different going into this matchup?
Honestly, I kind of completely changed my routine for this next match because I already knew he's bigger than me, so he's
Mhm,
probably going to be hitting at the same strength as I am, and
mhm.
he's probably going to be able to take a hit. So I really focus. I'm really focusing on like joint stability, just making sure my shoulder and everything is in check, so that I could really throw the sink at him and not injure myself on a hit or anything.
Gotcha, dude. Yeah. I mean, it's gonna be a different I'll say it's gonna be a different caliber of athlete, I think. It's a very in terms of structure of some of the guys that you've gone up, at least in power slap. I don't have it up on me here at the moment, but what do I got here? Actually, I do right now. So 6'5" is his height.
Yeah.
As listed on the Power Slap website. You're 6'2". So, someone who's about 3 inches taller than you. Have you fought anyone taller, back in your days of Slap Fight Championship?
No, the I
No.
fought Frank, I fought the Hulk, and both those guys were smaller than me. I don't think I've actually ever faced someone taller than me. But honestly, standing next to Nate, where he's like an inch or two taller, it's really not that big of a difference. I kind of compare his height to when I went up against Wolverine, Ron,
Mhm.
because I feel like Ron and him kind of have the same height. But it's going to be a little bit different, slapping upwards because, that's probably the tactic I'm going to go with.
Gotcha. Yeah. I mean, it's we've seen the thing about that is the technique of going upwards and keeping your feet planted with your momentum carrying you in that upward direction, after the slap wanting to continue on after.
Yeah.
So it'll be interesting to see that kind of technique. And I mean, we are going to the championship rounds. I think it's always you want to have a clean match. And I know you're one of the cleaner fighters in slap fighting. So we're going to see this evolve. We know Nate, we know one thing, he's got a big hand. They've talked about that, compared to some of the biggest in, NBA, NFL. We're going to see if that experience or the lack of experience is going to be able to keep him, composed and not foul. Because I mean, obviously, as you know, being a previous coach as well, you see how much these fouls can impact the
Yeah.
actual event itself. So we'll see. I mean, those nerves, those energies, when you're going for a title, everything gets ratcheted up an entire level in terms of intensity, in terms of attention, and also waiting longer into the night. I mean, you guys are going to be the second last fight of the night. Every fight that goes on, that anxiety,
Yeah.
those nerves, you're watching TV, you're watching your buddies get knocked out, stuff like that definitely comes into play. What do you do yourself to kind of stay composed when you arrive to that, the arena, 2, 3, 4 hours early, and you got to wait around for your fight to kind of stay calm, cool, and collected?
Personally, for me, I'm real nervous up until probably two matches before my match. I'm just kind of sitting there, just listening to music, and as soon as it starts getting real close, like within 20 minutes of my match, I'm like, okay,
Mhm.
I'm calm now. I put on
Okay,
my
okay.
music. I have a specific like little playlist I listen to, and I just kind of sit there, vibe, taking all the energy, and just I've done this before. I'll do it again. And just go out there and do what I got and show what I
Hun
got.
100%, man. I know you're gonna bring it every single time. You're one of the smarter cats, getting in law school, paying your way through law school with this. We talked about it at one point that, you may not be long in this for a career. I know you wanna get some things out of it, coming to defend your title here. Are you still motivated? Are you still driven every day to continue on that reign, to continue to start collecting those paychecks? Like, do you still have that dog in you?
Oh yeah, ain't never leave. If you ask anybody that knows me on my in my day to day life, I'm
Mhm,
always working towards something,
mhm.
and I'm always every goal that I set for myself, I'm putting 110% into accomplish it. Like I'm never just chilling back, like oh I already got the belt, I
Mhm.
already got what I need, I'm good. No, if you're going to do something, you do it 100%.
Yeah. I know you were in Vegas a couple weeks back to do the promo shoot. Seeing Nate in person, facing off for those shoots, what was the vibe like? Was there any tension, any animosity? Was it awkward? Were you guys kind of buddies?
Man, you know me. There ain't no awkward negative vibes when I'm in the room with
Mhm,
my competitor. It was straight good vibes. We even
mhm.
walked outside the hotel, or I walked outside the hotel and saw them just chatting. So we just, started talking for a little while. Like, you know, we're not, I wouldn't say we're friends or anything, but we definitely,
Mhm.
we don't have any animosity or anything going on.
Yeah. Do you think is it going to stay that way all the way up into fight night, or do you think when the press conference comes, do you think there's going to be kind of some more words?
Well, I can't speak for him, but I can speak for myself, and I
Mhm.
don't I don't do all that foolishness. And
Mhm.
it's just to me, I don't like. I got things I'm trying to do outside of this also, so I'm not trying to go out there and act a fool for no
Mhm.
reason, start causing drama or anything. Like that's just I'm the most separated person from drama there is.
I hear
So
you,
it
my
might
man.
so if there is any, then that's him, and I might play it up for the show a little bit, but I'm not. If he
Yeah.
wants positive vibes, we're gonna have positive vibes.
Yeah. Gotcha, my man. Where's your weight sitting right now? I mean, we haven't seen too much of you. You seem to take a hiatus from social media. You still on weight,
Yeah.
or you got some weight to cut here in the coming weeks?
Oh, I definitely don't got weight to cut. I'm
Okay.
chilling at 250, 255. So
Okay.
I've been actually trying to get my weight up. It's, it's been a process because for after my eye surgery, I started working out and eating less and cutting back. I
Mhm.
dropped down to like 245 at one point. I was like, no, I can't be
Mhm.
champion of heavyweight over here, barely 20 pounds less than a lot of these other guys are coming in at. So I've been just trying to slowly put on weight as I go.
Yeah. Tactically, we're gonna see anything different from you this time around.
Tactically, it's really just going to be the angle of the slaps. I might change some things up, play
Mhm.
to my strengths. I have the experience. I know, depending on how he reacts to a hit, how to change it up. Me and a couple of the fighters have already been talking about, oh, if they react this way, you hit them this way, change it up. You don't hit them the same way all 5 times. They're used to it the first time. Like, do
Mhm.
something different. So I'm definitely going to try to put that into play this next match.
Awesome, my man. I appreciate you joining me. Great to always catch up with you. I want to ask
Yes,
you one
sir.
more question, though. However, if Nate Bernard is watching this interview, what do you want to say to him?
Hey, man, good luck. It's going to be a fun match. Just, bite down and eat it. That's it.
Awesome, buddy. Appreciate you. Look forward to seeing you there live in Las Vegas, October 25th. The heavyweight championship belt
Yes,
is
sir.
on the line. Look forward to it. Travel safe. We'll see you there soon.
Yes, sir. Have a good one.
Take care, my man.